to another studio vlog. I've been spending today packing the first lot of the Making It Up As I Go collection that I launched online yesterday, which was the most insane launch I've ever done, ever. It was incredible, but you know when you're by yourself and you have like no one there to like let out your emotions to? It was really overwhelming in a great way, but I was like, holy, it was just crazy. So I spent most of the day looking like a troll packing up. I think I've done about a third of them, packing up those. And I really want to get them out ASAP because I'm going to Manchester again on Monday night. I've never been to Manchester before in my life, and now I'm going twice in like a week. Previously for Stationery Fest, and now we're going for just like a little work thing with my partner. So I want to get everything out before I go. I'm wearing the t-shirt, but it's like super creased. My friend's coming over soon to help me pack the rest of the orders. Gonna get as much done as possible. So I've scheduled collections for tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday because I'm not here Tuesday, because I think it's going to take a while to get everything done. I'm hoping that everything will be out by Wednesday. So I'm packing up like little thank you bags, and I made a bunch yesterday and they're gone because I had way more orders than I expected, so all the thank you bags are gone. So I'm going to make more because I did say that everyone was to, I did say that everyone who was to order on launch day would get a little goodie bag, and in these goodie bags are these little stickers and just bits that I've like done before, but this all together as like a bunch this time. For example, these stickers and a little thank you note which I will write on, just all together. And I was popping tea bags in them as well, but I run out, so hopefully people will just be happy with the stickers. Yeah, let's get back to making the thank you bags, and then I can start packing again when Kaylee gets here. Then it was time to do some market prep, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I could not be bothered for this market. So this is currently, I think, about 9 p.m. the night before I was due to go to a market the day after, and I reluctantly started to get all my stock ready. I wasn't sure what to take, so I just took a bunch of new products, the sweaters, even though it was very hot, and I think that's why I didn't really want to go. I think the weather was supposed to be really hot the day after during the market, and I would just rather be on the beach. But I did it, I got it all together, and here I am printing out the price lists and all the stickers to go on my stand and just getting ready. And then it was time to wake up super early in the morning and reluctantly make our way there. But you know what, like, long story short, it was a great day. I am so glad we went, and considering I didn't want to go to the market, it was actually the best market I've done for Craft and Flea in terms of products, sales, everything about it. It blew my expectations away, so it was totally worth it. And as always during a market, it is so nice to meet other vendors, other creatives, people from all over the area doing all these different types of crafts and practices, from candle making to pottery to skincare to art and more. And this is the perfect opportunity to tell you that this month's vlog is sponsored by Craftsy, and I think you guys will love what Craftsy has to offer. Craftsy is an online community of creative, like-minded makers where members can find endless inspiration, advance their skills, and discover their new favourite hobby. They offer over 2,000 inspiring classes for makers of all skill levels with step-by-step instructions of more than 20 categories from knitting, cooking, sewing, painting, and so many more. Craftsy is made for curious people who never want to stop learning. Their community welcomes anyone seeking creative inspiration and looking for new skills to learn. They pride themselves on being a community of driven doers, makers, and DIYers who strive to make the world a more creative place. And with over 2,000 classes in more than 20 creative categories, there's always something new to learn. They even include helpful downloadable resources to make learning easier for you, with classes taught by experienced award-winning instructors who share their professional techniques that will take your skills to the very next level. You can learn anyway and watch on your own time with classes that are broken down into short, easy-to-manage lessons. I love that you can even connect with fellow makers and DIY lovers to ask questions, share ideas, and just generally stay inspired. And as a member, you'll have access to Craftsy's live streaming tutorials where their expert instructors can share their tips, answer questions, and engage with the Craftsy community in real time. Craftsy are kindly giving the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the video description a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. That is such great value. Thank you so much, Craftsy, for sponsoring this video. Let's get on with the rest of the vlog and see how the market went. So like I said, it was just so inspiring to meet other creatives and chat to fellow vendors during the market. I met so many new friends and people who are just so talented. And here's my bestie, Kaylee from Kaylee More Designs, doing her thing and being amazing. We both had a really great market, and like I said, it was the best craft and flea market I've done. Considering it was in the middle of a heat wave on a gorgeous day, I still did really well, and so I'm so glad that I went. And after the market, we decided to head to the beach and just take a nice breather. It had been a very intense, busy day, and it was just so nice to head to the beach and switch off and take some deep breaths after a busy weekend. I have been feeling very overwhelmed lately, is no secret, but just switching off at the beach was very much needed, and we had a lush time, and I think I need to do this more often because it was just so much fun and I really enjoyed it. Just remembered I have my Coco working call today as well, which is always really motivational with all my Patreons that we always get together every Tuesday. And let me set you down and have a nice little co-working session, get the things done that we've been putting off, or ask for any help and advice on anything. So I'm looking forward to that. Gonna have my breakfast and plan my day accordingly. Just had a really late lunch. It is 4:30, but I've been working on the Patreon relaunch graphics, so I'll just show you them now. So this is what I posted on Patreon the other day, and that was for my stories actually. And here is everything that you get in the new membership. So I've just made this into a grid post here. I'm going to do a carousel with part of the community as the first slide. That is what the membership is going to be called, and then just explaining the fact that it's going to be a relaunch and it's landing at 12 p.m. on the 1st of August, and everything that you get included, the price, plus access to the new secret chat, which I'm super excited about. I am capping it to 200 people, and at the minute I have 182 Patreons, and they'll obviously get like first dibs. So that means if they all stay, there'll only be 18 spaces available for the membership. But I'm not expecting everyone to switch over, but I just think if I allow some space and I cap it so that I can manage it nice and easily, like this new chat might take a bit more time for me to manage and host. I just want to make sure that I'll be like a good Patreon host. So that is why I'm capping it. And then I'm just going to do some slides saying what you can look forward to in more depth. So like the weekly cocoa working, that was from today's session and it was so lovely. The videos and tutorials, I've actually done a lot over the last 4 years, plus more coming soon. Secret projects. Now, the Cocoa Mini Sweater was so amazing this year that I want to do this once or twice a year where I make a big secret project for my patrons only as part of this exclusive club. So that is going on there too. VIP access to launches, and I've just popped in some comments from people who received or placed their orders before everything sold out. And then I've done a little snippet where you can see the access to the secret Patreon shop where only my Patreons have access to, and it has all the Patreon exclusive goodie boxes from the past and like exclusive items, and I think the sweater was available through the shop only as well. And then the downloads that I've done over the years, and again more to come. We have like help sheet, wallpapers, stickers, to-do list, stationery, calendars and more. And then the podcast that I've done over the years, and here's just a few of my favorites, and I've just put little notes next to each one saying why they are my favorite and why they're like the most listened to. So I'm going to post that on Instagram later, just so that everyone has all this information needed to decide whether the membership is right for them or not. And of course they can cancel if they are not happy but I hope they don't. So yeah, Patreon is like a subscription, like a membership, and it will be £5 per month. But if you sign up for the month and then that's all you want to do, that's completely fine. It's completely fine to cancel. It is easy to cancel. I know people go and swap creators every other month, so that's completely fine. But I just wanted to let you know it is a subscription. It will continue every month unless you were to cancel. I'm really excited about it. We had our co-working session today, which was just lush. They're always lush, and I don't chat about them enough, but I think there was like 15, 16 of us today. And it's just so nice. Like if you have any questions, if you want any instant feedback from something that you're working on, if you're unsure about something, there's like a whole community you can ask there and then for their advice. And more often than not, one of them at least would have been going through the same thing that you're going through currently. So it's just lovely. What's the time? 4:30. I'm going to finish this up today and prep for tomorrow's wholesale order packing. And tomorrow's the last day I have to market the launch before the launch happens on Thursday. So I'll see you then.
Just thought I'd quickly pop on to say that I am Coco Natasha's sister, Gemma Coconuts, and I would just like to say that a lot goes on behind the scenes with me.
Such as my dedication, my motivation, and my dreams. Everything that she creates is because of me. Everything. I'm behind the ideas, I'm behind the fonts, I'm behind the colours. What are you doing? And I'm behind, well, everything really, everything that you see. So everything that you see, just remember, it's not Coco Natasha, it's Coco Gemma. That says June. It is clearly August. It is not June, which means you have been very unorganised in this office. What is the first time that Come on! You're not taking it seriously. You gotta take this stuff. I don't know. I don't want to overload myself.
There's only 3 things.
Along with everything else.
Chop.
Okay, non-negotiable then can be packing the Etsy orders.
Orders. How many have you got to pack?
I don't know. I'm just about to record a super special podcast episode with Gemma from Birdsey Balizé for the new Patreon launch. I'm hoping to get a few guest speakers in every now and then. Gemma and I are going to chat about self-care, wellness, mindfulness, journaling, all those bits and pieces that particularly business owners can forget about and kind of not look after themselves, me included. So I'm looking forward to this session. Fingers crossed I can record it okay, because this is my first time doing so. I'll let you know how it goes. Hi!
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? I've just finished the podcast with my first ever guest speaker, Gemma from Birdsey Balazé. Am I sweaty? I feel sweaty. So warm. I had to close the windows because outside was full of noise and everyone in their back gardens, in their pools. The podcast was lovely. I learned so much. That was such an eye-opening conversation. Like, I feel like such a newbie into the world of journaling, mindfulness, all these practices that everyone should be doing, and it's beneficial for everyone, but it feels so overwhelming at first if you don't know how to do it. But then the reality is it's actually really simple to start. And so I think you'll enjoy this conversation with Gemma. It was very, very, very insightful. I will link her Patreon down below, which has been amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to get it edited and up for the new Patreon relaunch. Good morning. It is Patreon relaunch day. It is almost, I think, 11 o'clock. We have 1 hour until the new Patreon goes live. It's 20 to 11, so that's okay. So technically, like, the Patreon is live already, just not the new membership because I haven't changed it over yet. I wanted to give everyone a timing to do that because I didn't want anyone to join and then being confused when they receive the emails like, this has changed, the payment has changed, this has changed. I just thought this would be an easier way to do it rather than making a new tier and making everyone switch over. So I'm changing the most popular tier so that the majority of people can be changed over automatically should they wish to stay. But then everyone else does have to change. Like, Patreon don't make it very easy at all to do things like this. I'm thinking it'll be a little bit of confusion for a short amount of time and it'll be all fine by the end of the day, I think. I don't think all my patrons are going to switch over instantly either, but their place is pretty much secure. I've said I'm capping it at 200 subscribers. I currently have 190 something in the whole of Patreon, so those might be on the goodie box tier and they might cancel today. I might not have all 190 something patrons choose to switch. So that's why I've said I only have X amount of spaces available for new subscribers because I just don't know who's going to stay and who's not. But everyone who's currently on Patreon does have a guaranteed space. It's just Patreon just don't make this easy. So my fingers are crossed this is the easiest way that I've been able to do this. So I'm gonna like start switching like the banner and things like that. Maybe unpublishing the other tiers for now because they are not like important. I'll keep the Peaches tier and press publish on all the changes at 12 and then it'll go live. I don't have an email scheduled. I'm just going to post on Instagram for now and go from there. I don't know whether I should just change the banner at 12 though to avoid confusing anyone because I've had people message saying, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? And I'm like, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So I don't want to do this now maybe and like people be like, oh, I thought you said 12 o'clock. So I think I might just get everything ready and just do it as quick as I can at 12 o'clock. Let me check. It's on, I think it's still on 91%. Yeah, it's just anticlimactic, but it's not a big deal. Patreon will, it's going to be there at the end of the day. It's going to be there tomorrow. No one's missing.
It'll survive.
Yeah, no one's missing out on anything. I'll make sure of that. We're all good. It's just, it sucks a bit for me. That was the most anticlimactic launch in the history of launches ever to exist. Do you know, it's not been terrible. I can't say it's been terrible because it could be worse. But it's not gone to plan. So I tried to change, I'm going to put you on my tripod because I'm sorry, I'm like wobbling everywhere. So I had everything sorted. I had the banner sorted, I had the post sorted, I had everything sorted. And then I was going to press publish on the new tier at 12 o'clock. So I had all my changes done. And then it said I can't change the price because they're currently processing payments. So they're processing my payout as a creator. Why that means I can't change the price of the tier is beyond me. So I unpublished all of the tiers and hoped that nobody new would join because like getting rid of all the tiers, I thought there was no way people could join. People are still joining. People are still joining. I think we've had about 10 people join, even though there's been like no post, no tier, no announcement, no nothing. So they are now like just paid members. They're not part of a tier, but they've paid the correct amount, apart from those that are paid in dollars. When they change the tier, they'll just have to pay the difference. So when the tier goes live, which I don't know when that will be, because it's currently on 91%, but it's been on 91%. Well, actually it was on 88% 3 hours ago. That's how slow it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to update everyone as soon as the tier goes live. Well, it's not really a tier anymore, but it is technically a tier. There's just no higher and lower, it's just one. So I'm pretty sure we're on 200 Patreons now, but the new membership, I don't think all 200 are going to switch over to it, because I have current patrons who are signed up to the goodie boxes or something else. They might not want to switch over. So I don't think everyone's going to switch over, because I did want to cap it at 200 to keep it manageable and to allow space for new people to join. So I won't, I just don't, it's just been stupid. Let me just show you. So here it is. Here's my new tier. And I did everything, you know, all this, I added all the stuff, changed the artwork, did all the advanced things, blah, 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 blah. But I can't change the price because it says we're currently processing payments. Please check back a few hours to edit the tier price. So this was the old Peaches, the podcast Peaches tier. Now, what I could have done is just make a new tier and get everyone to switch over, but I decided not to do that, and I told everyone in the Peaches tier that they don't have to do anything, and I don't want to go back on my word and make everyone have to switch now. Patreon just don't make anything easy for creators, but I'm trying my best to make it super easy as possible for Patreons. They just don't make it easy for us. I think I'm relatively calm considering how anticlimactic it's been. It's 1:10 now. I've had people join, like people are joining, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that it's like not ready. It shouldn't be too much longer. I think it might be the end of today, if not maybe tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but it'll always be there. Patreon is not going anywhere, it's just a bit delayed. It has been one of those days where nothing goes right. Someone just told me that Mercury is currently in Virgo, which is throwing everything out of whatever, so I'm blaming it on Mercury. Nothing is going right. Patreon is still not allowing me to change the price of the tier, so I can't set the tier as live yet. People are joining, which is somewhat great because I'm so grateful, but also somewhat stressful because they need to switch to the new tier. They are joining it at the correct price, so I think it's just a case of switching tiers and not worrying too much about payments being thrown up in the air and getting charged twice. I don't think Patreon would do that. And then I was like, right, well, I can't do anything on Patreon, so let's just crack on with some orders. And then my printer is out of light grey ink, which means it won't print anything in blue. So it's just one of those days. So I'm like, well, now what? Now what do I do? I can't do orders, I can't do the Patreon. The payments processing is currently on 95%, so it is moving, but very, very, very slowly. I do think it's gonna be like a tomorrow thing because currently it is 2:45 p.m. I've never delayed a launch. Nothing has ever really gone wrong before. So it's the first time for everything, isn't it? And when it is live, it'll be live. Everyone who wants to join can still join. Just a bit of an inconvenience. Hello. I can't remember when I last spoke on here. I think it was maybe the day after the Patreon launch, or non-launch, but it didn't go to plan, but it did. It was like the best non-launch ever, and I didn't film any of it because it went wrong and I wasn't sure what to do and it didn't actually go to plan. However, I think at the minute we have, I don't have my iPad, but I think we have like 241 Patreons. That is not 241 in the co-community tier because some people are still in the old tiers before their subscription changes over, and I'm not sure obviously how many are gonna stay. So I think we have 185-ish, I think, in the co-community tier, and I was going to cap it at 200, but I'm not sure if I should now. I don't know. So that went amazingly well. We had our first Coco working session yesterday with the new tier and all the new people, and there were so many of us, and it's always so nice. So that was really enjoyable. I'm scheduling the downloads. I'm planning a video this month. I'm not sure whether to do maybe like top tips of YouTube or my revenue streams, or maybe a tutorial for how to streamline your digital mock-ups, or something like that. I'm not sure. There'll be some sort of video this month as well. But yes, Patreon has gone amazing. And now that the launch is over, I'm like, I guess now it's time to focus on a giant restock of the flowers, cakes and caffeine, the making it up as I go. and the Stationery Addict. I have everything except for the frosted tumblers, which I need to order in. But I have a new sublimation printer that I haven't even set up yet, so I might film that because I have no idea what I'm doing and I like to do it together, and hopefully it'll go to plan. But I'm severely lacking motivation lately, and inspiration and creativity, and I think I need a giant kick up the arse. And I was like, why am I feeling this way? I used to be a big morning person, but now I struggle in the mornings. I used to want to get to my desk straight away, but now I can't stand the thought of even being in my office. Hence why I'm in this room today. This is the old office. And I was thinking, I'm not sure. Now hear me out, this might sound weird. I'm not sure if it's something to do with the lighting. So this is my old studio, and the lighting is fabulous because I have this giant window in front of me and the sun rises this way and it's practically in the room all day until about 5 p.m. Whereas the room next door where my office is now, that doesn't see the sun until about 5 p.m. And that's like the really intense end of the day sunset sun, which I don't want. But all day, I feel like it's really dark. I'm not sure why. Is it because obviously the windows are a little bit smaller? Is it because the sun just isn't blaring into the room? Is it because the paint on the back wall is still a bit dark? Is it because my light bulb, even though I got the brightest light bulb I could possibly get, is the light just not bright enough? Should I invest in some proper bright daylight office lighting? I don't know, but I think it's a lighting issue. I miss being in this room a lot. I think this space it was just nice to have so much space. And obviously in the other room, it's probably half the size, but it's still quite big. I'm not sure. And everything is set up better. It's designed better. I have my sign on the wall, which is why I think it's a lighting issue, because let me show you. So here's the new office. Here's the old office. I'm thinking, you can see the light difference, can't you? Like that is like bright daylight. That's dark. And I'm thinking it's coming from the back wall. The pink might be too intense. It just seems really dark in this corner all the time. I don't know. It just seems dark. There's so much shadow going on. I'm also thinking of, well, I'm definitely changing the blinds, because at the minute I have a dark grey blackout blind, which I don't use, but it's always up. And I think it's just casting a shadow at the top of the window. So I'm going to change them to the white Venetian blinds that I have next door as well. I just don't know. It just feels a lot darker, a little bit more miserable in here. I thought that by I moved in here in, I think, November or October last year, and I was like, it's winter, it's going to be dark, it's fine. In the summer it'll be lush, and it is summer now. It's August. I've had plenty of time, and it's still not bright enough. I think I'm just solar powered and I need some sun or something. We've had a really bad summer as well, so that doesn't help. I don't know. Anyway, if you have any lighting suggestions or any suggestions at all, do you think I should brighten the wall maybe? I don't know. Let me know, because I will do anything at this point to get it a bit brighter in here and make it feel nicer. But I have an exciting package to open, and I thought I'd open it and show you, because I haven't seen it yet and I'm very excited. So I thought we could do a little unboxing of Kawaii Box. They kindly sent me this box to open on the vlog, and I'm excited to see what's inside it. So here's the inside. What have we got? What is this? Look how cute that is. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, little cute cup. Oh, look how cute it is. Cute. And then we have a little bag. Adorable. Look how cute that is. It's like little comic strips. And a hairbrush. I wish I went to Hyper Japan this year, but I always miss it somehow. I'm always doing something because it's always like around my birthday. Cute little hairbrush. And then, ooh, what? They like ice pop melts, ice pop molds. Ah, they're like ice lolly molds. Cute. I wonder if I could freeze something for Mochi in these. Ooh, we got cheese gummies. Cheese gummies. Do they taste like cheese or are they just shaped like cheese? So I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my god, Tom and Jerry. Did anyone watch Tom and Jerry? I feel like I haven't seen Tom and Jerry since I was like 7. Is this still a thing? Remember the film? Tom and Jerry the movie? I loved that. I think it tells you exactly what everything is. Cute. Should I try a cheese gummy? If it tastes like cheese, let's do it. Okay, smells weird. It's sweet. Definitely not cheesy. They smell weird, but they taste nice. Thank you. Thank you, Kawaii Box. Okay, I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you for coming with me to the market, for the Patreon launch, sort of. I think that's all that's happened in this vlog. I actually can't remember filming most of it. I hope it's been okay, and I will see you in the next one where I'll be setting up my sublimation printer and praying that it works. So I'll see you then.